Hello, YouTubers. Today, I'd like to relate a short tale of the ultra stupid that happened to me at work last night. Now, I think I've said in a video before that nights I work at a hotel, and so last night, early in my shift, I checked in this guy who was a little drunk when I checked him in, but went pretty normally checking him in. Got him checked in, and he goes off to his room. And as he's going off to his room, he stops off to pick up this girl who, to me, truthfully looked kind of like a prostitute. And this guy with him who I thought kind of looked like a pimp. But I let it go. I just said, okay, well, as long as they don't cause any problems, I'm not going to worry about it. So they all go off to the room. And, I don't know, about half an hour, 45 minutes later, the guy who rented the room comes down to my desk. And he tells me that had I seen the girl, and I'm like, no. He says, well, what's her name? I don't know. Yeah, okay. So, but he relates that he went to the bathroom, and apparently they stole all of his drugs and some other stuff and took off while he was in the bathroom. And this is the first point of stupidity. If you're going to take people that you don't at all know and who might be prostitutes into your room, maybe you should be paying attention to them. But that's only a little stupid. It gets worse. So he decides he's going to call the police on him. So the police come out, and they talk to him for a little bit and tell him that they're not really going to do anything, and so off they go. And then he ends up back at my desk, and he's complaining that the cops didn't do anything about it. And he tells me that, he even can prove who it was because the guy forgot his wallet in the room, and so he's got his ID and credit card, so, he knows exactly who the guy is. And I'm like, not my problem. And he goes wandering off to his room again. And a few minutes later, he's back down at my desk. Now he wants to know, what room number is the maintenance guy in? And at this point, he's starting to seem a little more drunk than he was before. But, and I'm like, I'm not telling you that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning now, and the maintenance guy has to be at work at 7. There is no reason for you to be bugging the maintenance guy at 3 o'clock in the morning. But he's my friend. Okay, which maintenance guy? We have 2 of them. They both live on property. Okay, he's not your friend. I don't know what you want him for, but I'm not telling you where he is. You don't need to be bugging him. And he kind of gets annoyed at me, but he leaves and goes off to his room. And about 20 minutes later, I start getting phone calls. Rooms are complaining that there's some random guy knocking on doors. I know who it's got to be. Well, guess what? It is. I go upstairs and I tell him, look, this is your last warning. You do anything else stupid and generate any more complaints that, I'm going to have to kick you out. I'll kick you out to the curb so fast that you won't even realize what happened. And he kind of looks at me and says, I'm not stupid. I'm like, yeah, okay, we could tell by the way you're acting here. I'm really smart. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You are. And that doesn't change the fact that this is your only warning. You do any more things like this and I'm kicking you out. So he goes back to his room. And I'm hoping that it's basically done for the night. But no, 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 no. It's not going to be done for the night. Because about 15, 20 minutes later, he's back at my desk again. He would like to pay for 2 more nights. And he whips out the credit card of the guy who he said stole his stuff. And wants to pay for 2 more nights on the credit card that's not his. And I know it's not his because I already have his ID from, I know who he is. And I know that he's not the guy listed on the card. I also know how he got the card because only an hour before he told me how he got it. I know that the guy who gave him that he got the card from didn't give him permission to be using the card. I can't take this card, and I tell him so. And he starts arguing with me. And so I am forced to call the cops on him because he won't leave the desk and he won't stop arguing that there's no reason why I can't take that card to just run the darn thing. And and boy, they're getting really stupid now. And so the cops arrive and the cops talk to him and the cops confiscate the credit card this time. And I decide that since he's drunk and he doesn't have anywhere to go, and I don't want him driving on the streets or whatever, and I don't want to force him to, so I decide, tell him, look, you just need to go to your room and sleep it off. You're acting too drunk and stupid. And so he, with a little bit of convincing from the police officers, he goes back to his room. And another hour goes by and I think I'm home free. Another hour goes by and it's about 6:30 in the morning. And this guy comes breathlessly into the office and says, "There's a guy upstairs who's trying to start a fight with me. I don't get it. He's being stupid and wants to start a fight." And I go, oh God, I know who this has to be. And so, I head over to the elevator with the guest who's said that this guy upstairs is trying to start a fight. And in the elevator is the guy. And he steps out and, or the elevator door opens and he's in the elevator and we're trying to step in and he's trying to step out and he starts saying, that guy's, the guy in the elevator says, that guy's an asshole. Hey, and, and at this point he's slurring his words and he's not making a whole lot of sense. And, the other guy says, just leave me alone. Go away. Says, no, you're an asshole. I shouldn't leave you alone. You don't do that. And I'm like, split up. Look, I've had it. You're out of here. You've been nothing but problems all night long. You're out of here. And he goes, he kind of looks at me a little funny and then turns to the other guy and says, you got me kicked out of here. And then charges him. Takes one swing at him, makes a light contact. And then 3 seconds later, he's bleeding on the floor in the doorway of the elevator, kind of hold the elevator, close a little bit open, close a little bit open, because he's laying in the sensors and bleeding all over the place. 3 seconds was all it took to put this guy down. And call the cops again. And here they come, they take him off. And all I can say is a tale of the ultra stupid. What is the lesson here, boys and girls? Drinking can make you ultra stupid. Now, I don't know whether this guy was stupid before he started drinking, but he was certainly stupid after he started drinking. So there you go. Enjoy. I hope you find that as entertaining as I find it after the fact, but a whole lot more entertaining than I found it as it was happening. Have a good day, all. Bye.